So, you want to start a successful podcast and make money by selling advertising space? Well, you're not alone.
With the explosion of podcasting in recent years, more and more people are trying to break into this lucrative market.
But how do you stand out in a sea of podcasts and make a real impact? First things first, you need to have a clear idea of what your podcast is going to be about. What's your niche? What unique perspective can you offer? What's going to make people want to tune into your show every week? Once you've got that figured out, you need to start thinking about the logistics. What equipment do you need? Where are you going to record? How often are you going to release new episodes? Once you've got your podcast up and running, it's time to start thinking about monetizing it. The most common way to make money from a podcast is by selling advertising space. But how do you attract advertisers and convince them that your podcast is worth investing in? The first step is to build an audience. You need to have a decent number of listeners before advertisers will be interested in working with you. So, focus on creating great content that people want to listen to. Promote your podcast on social media and other platforms to get the word out. When you do start attracting advertisers, make sure you're only working with brands that align with your values and your audience's interests. It's not worth selling out for a quick buck if it means losing the trust and loyalty of your listeners. Another thing to consider is how you're going to price your advertising space. You could charge a flat rate per episode, or you could charge based on the number of downloads your podcast gets. The latter is becoming more common, as it's a more accurate reflection of how many people are actually listening to your show. Finally, be prepared to negotiate. Advertisers may try to lowball you on price, but if you can show them the value of advertising on your podcast, you should be able to come to a mutually beneficial agreement. Starting a successful podcast and selling advertising space is no easy feat, but with hard work, dedication, and a little bit of luck, it's definitely possible. So, get out there, start recording, and who knows? You could be the next big thing in podcasting.